Hi there. In this video we'll show how you can connect a two-way switch appliance to the Nexa switch. Step 1. Understanding a two-way switch. In your home you may have appliances you can control from two different switch locations. Those appliances are connected by two-way switches. For example, if you can control the fan in your bedroom from a main switch, as well as another switch near the bed, it is because it has a two-way switch. A two-way switch looks like this. It has 3 pins in total. Typically, the top and bottom pins have wiring of the same color, they are called connecting wires, and the middle pin may have either a phase wire or a load wire connection. The switch where the load is connected is called the primary switch and the switch where the phase is connected is called the secondary switch. For convenience, let's call the switch pins on the load side as L1, L2, and L3, and the pins on the phase side as P1, P2, and P3. Step 2. Identifying your two-way switch connection. Before adding a two-way switch-connected appliance to the Nexa switch, it is important to identify the wiring of the two-way switch you're going to automate. Follow Scenario 1, if you are automating the primary switch. Follow Scenario 2, if you are automating the secondary switch. Now let's get to making the switch connections. Step 3. Connecting to Nexa switch in Scenario 1. If your switch belongs to Scenario 1, simply remove the load wire from pin L2 and connect it into the load terminal of Nexa switch. Now, connect the corresponding virtual wire to pin L2. As simple as that. However, if you are automating the secondary switch, you have to follow Scenario 2 that follows. Some things to note before making the connections. 1. If you are connecting your two-way switches by Scenario 2, your manual switches will not work as two-way switches anymore. You can control the appliance through the secondary switch manually and through our mobile app. 2. When you connect your fan switch to the Nexa switch in this scenario, you will not be able to operate your manual fan regulator. However, you can regulate the fan speed through our mobile app. Step 4. Connecting to Nexa switch in Scenario 2. To connect the load to the Nexa switch, open both the switchboards corresponding to the two-way switch and make the following changes. Remove the connecting wires at pins L1 and P1. Remove the load wire from pin L2. Connect the load wire to pin L3. Now remove the connecting wire from P3 and connect it to a load terminal on the Nexa switch. Connect the corresponding virtual wire to pin P3. That's it. We are done with the connections of Scenario 2. Note, if the appliance is a fan, in the case you're automating the secondary switch of a fan, then you have to remove the regulator connection to the fan load in the primary switch before making further connections. Disconnect the fan load wire from the regulator and only then, use the load wire to proceed by Scenario 2 to complete the connections. In this case, you won't be able to control your fan speed using the normal regulator. Instead you can regulate the fan speed from our mobile app. Okay, your two-way switch connection is now complete. Check out our other videos to know more about operating KIOT devices.